Hi, I'm Emily Taylor from Collage Quilter. Today I'm going to walk you through making the koi. Now this is part of the Longwood quilt, but it can also be an individual block. So this is what I'm going to be demonstrating. And in order to get going on this, what you'll need is the pattern. And with the pattern comes the background fabric that you need for the block, as well as collage fabric. And that's what you get if you're with the block of the month, the Longwood block of the month. If you're buying it separately, you'll also get a packet of Steam-A-Seam. So the other supplies, obviously Steam-A-Seam. Here's my large roll of Steam-A-Seam. You will need your, I really like these 6-inch scissors, parchment paper. This is the same thing as baking paper. A wand iron. Love this thing. Little mat for the wand iron so that you don't burn down your house. And then I also like my handy dandy tweezers. So let's dig in on the collage, and I'll let you watch me as I collage, and then we'll get back together, and I want to show you taking that off and composing the block. So I'll see you in just a minute. All right, so I have traced the template onto my parchment paper. You can see the lines where the gray tones are indicated. I just want to show you all the supplies, and as I go through the video, you'll watch how I use them. I like my tweezers, my scissors. This is a piece of foam core that I have. That's an easy work surface to create. You can also use a gray felt mat. This mini iron is really essential, and I like having a silicone mat to put it on. Now the fabric has all been prepared with light Steam-A-Seam too, so you'll see that all of it has the paper on the back. And I want to point out something also. So this piece, so I cut mine in half. You really just don't need very much fabric to do this, and hopefully the kit that you receive provides you with a generous amount of fabric. That's my goal. And I want to show you, this is the front side of this piece, and then this is the reverse side. So by reversing the fabric, obviously I get double the number of pieces. So I've done that with this one as well, just to give me a better value spectrum. So now I will kind of arrange these pieces according to values. And obviously we've got the really darks, and I need to be careful not to use too much dark. I'll only use just a little teeny smidgen of this, so I'm gonna set that aside. And koi are interesting. They can be all orange, they can be orange with spots, so with white spots. So you do have white pieces in here that you can use. And then I intend for these gray and blue pieces to be used kind of in the tail. So as I get going, you will see how I use everything. All right, folks, I'm just finishing this up. Now what I will do is change any of the pieces out that I'm not happy with, like this one. I'm gonna take that out and replace that with something else. And then press the whole thing down and we will put him in the composition. All right, so I have finished collaging the fish, the koi, which are, interestingly, they are a variety of carp. So I'm familiar with carp that's big, ugly, scary, yucky fish, and koi are so beautiful and they are a variety of carp. So interesting there. Anyway, so we've done the collage and I've also built the block. Now the block makes, the instructions tell you this in the pattern, obviously. It makes an 18-inch finished block. So this is perfect for, as I've said, the Longwood quilt or a little pillow or a wall hanging, a mini quilt. Now, you will have sufficient background fabric to use as fussy cutting. So you can see that that's what I've done here. I've cut out pieces of these lily pads and I've prepared it with steam-a-seam. And then I'm creating a composition with the fussy cut elements. I really like the way that just kind of pulls the, I don't know, it makes it more of a fun, whimsical block. So now all I'm going to do is peel away the fish. This is the magic of steam-a-seam and parchment paper. And I'm just gonna, you know, position the fish the way I think they need to look on the block. And if you've done this correctly, it's still sticky on the back. And there we go. So I'll just kind of play with this, make sure it's the way I like it. And I can overlap some of the greenery with the fish. And then I will take it over to so this will just temporarily hold it until I get the composition the way I like it. That's pretty good, but I think I'll fuss with it a little bit more. When I have the composition the way I want it, the fish angled the way they should be, that they look nice, then I'll take it over to my iron. And then when I'm ready, I will press and steam it. It's very important to steam, steam, steam. So I'll steam it on this side as well as on the reverse side. And that steam helps the steam-a-seam. That's why it's called steam-a-seam. It helps the temporary layers of the steam-a-seam to dissipate. It softens up and it makes the quilting process so much easier. So I hope that is helpful. And when you're ready to quilt, there's a new quilting video on this channel about quilting a collage quilt. So I hope you'll subscribe to this channel and be notified when we upload new content for you. Hope you found it helpful today. Thank you so much for joining me. You can find this pattern on collagequilter.com. See you later.